Good morning. Wow, this is great. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate being here so much. And I think, Abraham, you just answered my question in that earlier. I came in this morning and I was feeling very sad about the loss of a relationship, and I wanted to feel appreciation. And with that last interaction that you had, it was the opportunity for me to see that it was to connect with the feeling of what I wanted rather than the person that was over there.
All of that's true. All of that's true, but there's more. And that is, when you define a loss of a relationship, we have to say to you that there's the gaining of a relationship too. In other words, you can't lose anything without gaining its opposite, equivalent. In other words, when you feel like you've lost something, you've really gained something. But the reason it feels like loss to you is because you're not in the vibrational vicinity of what you've gained. Isn't that interesting? You have to be in, so there comes a time, and you're approaching it already, where you revel in your willingness to experience that loss, because in that loss there is the creation of a gain that when you rendezvous with it will be better than anything that you thought you had before you lost what you thought you lost.
I just got that, and what I experienced too was that it was the feeling that I have because I felt like as I was opening up to the feeling of love, I really wanted to feel...
Because you can't open up to the feeling of love and the feeling of loss at the same time, can you? You made a different choice and then found what you thought you'd lost times about 1,000,000.
Yeah, and that felt a lot better. And so I really got, like, what I wanted was to really love someone, like that feeling of
what you
loving.
really want is vibrational alignment with who you really are, which is love. And the someones are really just excuses you use for alignment. They're also the someones you use as excuses for not alignment. When they're there and behaving, you use them for the excuse for alignment. When they're gone and therefore misbehaving, you use them as your excuse for misalignment. but now you're so much wiser.
So then if I stay in that state where I'm love or I'm appreciation, then...
Don't ask something so harsh as to stay in that state. Just say, I know that it exists and I can make my way to it. Usually takes a maximum of 10 minutes.
Okay.
Seriously.
Well,
It doesn't take more than about 10 minutes to talk yourself back into love once you get the hang of it.
So in those times where I'm having the step one moment and I'm
Take a nap.
reveling in the contrast.
Reveling, that's an interesting word. And the reason you rampaging in the contrast is because you get specific and it gets some pretty strong momentum going. But no worries. The stronger the momentum of what you don't want, the stronger the momentum of what you do want. It's just a matter of figuring out how to get in the direction of what you do want.
Okay.
You do it by going general.
Okay.
So come back around to your question before we interrupted. So when I'm having that strong experience of really knowing what I don't want, what do I do? And what do you do?
Well, I have been feeling it.
We don't mean what have you been doing. We mean what do you plan to do now that you've heard the wisdom of this day?
Oh.
What do you do? What do you do when you feel strong negative emotion? What do you do? What is the resolution to that?
I reach for something that feels better to try to feel some relief.
And what is the overall explanation of that action? What is it? I'm going general. I'm softening the specifics deliberately. I'm deliberately choosing a more general way to look at this. Now, in the past, we have said to you sometimes, distract yourself. Distract yourself from it. But distraction is only a temporary solution. Going general can be a permanent solution, because as you go general often enough on enough things, you will find resonance with this feeling of well-being that will cause you to then walk around with this basis grid. And then the question that you asked earlier, how can I always be in a state of love, will be something that you're experiencing more of the time. More often in a state of love, because this experience caused me to go general, and this experience caused me to go general. This experience that I could not control caused me to go general because I couldn't control it. And if I wanted to feel good, I had to go general because I couldn't control it. This experience caused me to go general because I couldn't control it. I had no choice if I was to feel better than to go general. This one and this one and this one and this one, this person, this thought, this memory, this desire, this experience. I went general and general and general and general all day, every day for a week or two or three. I went general until I established a vibrational, emotional grid that then began to carry me. And I began announcing, I'm feeling better more of the time. The world is looking beautiful to me again. I'm happy. I'm having more fun. Yes, and then once you begin acknowledging that emotional grid is more steady within you, then the things that begin to fill it in. We don't want you ever to be wary of anything that's contrasting in your experience. We don't want you to ever say, I always want to only be in the vortex, or I always want to only feel love. We want you to say, I know what to do. I'm the molder of the clay. I've come to experience the contrast, and it's benefiting me dramatically. And I know the direction that I'm going. I know what to do. I have guidance within me. It's always on target. I know exactly what to do. If it feels good, I'm more specific. If it doesn't feel so good, I go general, and it works every single time. And as you begin saying that and meaning that and knowing that, then you don't say, I always want to be in a state of love. You say, I really like some of the hateful things that happen to me that make me experience the value of love. And with these things that I don't like, I parlay what I do want into more heights, what I do like into more heights. And because I'm so clear of who I am and how I'm supposed to feel, I'm able to find conscious, deliberate resonance with that frequently, so that my life just keeps getting better and better. That's what you all said. That's why you all came. You didn't say, we'll go forth, feather our nest, we'll just go forth into a happy little environment and just observe it. You passionately came forth wanting variety to stimulate you to things that you don't have, because you knew that you could not stand in a state of not having for very long. You knew that there was nothing that this time-space reality could inspire as a desire within you that you couldn't achieve. And once you consciously get that and start moving toward it, that feeling of invincibility and that feeling of worthiness will become so powerfully. That's really what you're looking for. What you really want is that conscious awareness that no matter what, you can figure it out. And you know what? No matter what, you can figure it out. Good time.
We're going to start with our song, like we always do.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
We like to dance and move it,
You can take a break.
let go of all the stress and feelings from the day.
Hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Give me all you got, don't hold it back.
I love it, I love it, I love it. Grand evening, my friends. Sovereign Wealth Society brings to you Tranquil Thursday. Hey, family! That's beautiful. What you eating, pizza? Tranquil Thursday is a beautiful chance to center yourselves, and we will also be meditating at the end. We're going to start with a little Palo Santo, clearing the energy and flooding it with positivity. Yes, I love that song. Good vibes all the way. I like positive music that makes you feel good with positive language and positive vibration. Because what we put in what we listen to is a big piece of how we feel. Today, well, we're going to start with gratitude. So if you have anything you're grateful for, please go ahead and put it in the chat. And one moment. I am grateful for God, universe, source, creator, great spirit, all one and the same. I am grateful for my hands and my heart, my body, mind, and soul. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my team. I'm grateful for I Am Academy. I'm grateful for MMX. I'm grateful for trading and the DCX Academy. I am grateful for my home, for my phone. I'm grateful for my car that takes me where I need to go. I'm grateful for Layla and Loki, my dog and cat. I am grateful for all the loving influences around me at all time. Grateful for the California sun. I hear that. I'm grateful for the Florida sun. I appreciate that gratitude. Gratitude is definitely a foundational piece of our lives to where we breed success and love and life. Today, we're going to be talking about cultivating loving awareness. These are going to be the 4 steps to cultivating loving awareness. And then we're going to do a loving awareness meditation at the end. So if you want to get your notepads out, we can begin the 4 steps to cultivating loving awareness. The first step is mindfulness. Now I've got a lot of notes, so I'm going to get right to it here. When you're practicing mindfulness, it's paying attention to the present moment without any judgment. A good way is to focus on your breath and your breathing, observing each inhale and exhale without trying to change anything. As your thoughts and your emotions and sensations come, we simply acknowledge them without labeling them within duality, which is like good or bad. If we don't label our thoughts good or bad, then it doesn't have to be a good or a bad feeling. You can allow them to come and go and not get attached to them or try to push them away, because that creates resistance for us. So that's mindfulness. The present moment is a powerful vibration. Give me one second, let me close this door. So mindfulness is the present moment is a powerful vibration. A lot of the gurus speak on depression and anxiety, and they say depression comes from living too much in the past, and anxiety comes from living too much in the future. So if we can bring that energy back to the present moment, that creates mindfulness. And it assists also with relieving all of those feelings, depression, anxiety. You're in the middle of the continuum. So that was step number 1, is mindfulness. Step number 2 is self-compassion. Extending compassion to yourself is treating yourself with kindness and understanding, understanding even. Just as you would somebody who you really liked or really loved, like a really good friend or a family member. And you recognizing and accepting your own imperfections. That each one of us is a human being, and we all have imperfections. And we make mistakes. And if you can accept and recognize those things without self-criticism or self-judgment, instead offer yourself words of encouragement, of comfort, of loving energy. And you can even ask questions like an affirmation, like, may I be kind to myself? And you can allow yourself to feel the warmth and tenderness toward you. Self-compassion is something that is practiced and can be built, because a lot of times, I know definitely in my age group, we were taught a lot of criticism and self-doubt. And a lot of those things come in from the media, the commercials, TV in general, the news, things you hear from all around you, and school. School is a place where we have a lot of judgment and we're put against each other to see who's better. So those things are taught to us deeply. So as we move more into self-compassion, we're cultivating that loving awareness for ourselves. So that's step number 2, self-compassion. Step number 3 is cultivating loving kindness, like toward others. You start with someone you love, like a close friend or a family member, and we do it silently because everything is energy. So what you say silently to yourself, you're creating a vibration. That's also a point of self-talk. So you can silently offer them well wishes. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at ease. gradually extending the well wishes to others, including acquaintances, strangers on the street, and most definitely, especially those who you may have difficulties with. The people you may have difficulties with, they are the ones that need the most loving kindness. You can allow your heart to open and genuinely wish for their well-being without exception. Each and every person. Loving kindness begins with self, and all of these steps begin within. That once you can love yourself and cultivate it with self, you can extend that out to others, especially those who you have difficult times with. Because in this life as human beings, we'll always find that resistance with people, because how else would we learn lessons? How else would we develop the skills needed to continue on our path? So that was number 3, cultivating loving kindness. Step number 4 is integration. Integrating loving awareness into daily life. Carry the mindfulness, the self-compassion, the loving kindness that you have cultivated into your interactions, your relationships, and all of the things that you do, all throughout your day. You can notice when your thoughts or actions are unkind or judgmental, and gently redirect them internally towards your loving awareness. Another way is to practice forgiveness, both towards yourself and to others. None of us are perfect. And we all approach challenges and conflicts with a compassionate and open-hearted attitude, and that changes the entire vibration of what's going on around you. Cultivating loving awareness is a practice that requires patience and commitment, and especially self-compassion. It may take time to develop, but with consistent effort, now that's the key right there, is consistent effort. It can lead to feeling better now, and more empathy, more connection with others, connection with the world, connection with spirit, and with yourself. The cultivation is a step process because it takes time to build, and that's why we call it a practice. It's exciting to learn that within yourself is how you can really achieve these things with others. It doesn't have to do with the other person. Like, say you have a conflict with someone. Instead of projecting conflicting energy, negative energy, we can learn how to ask questions and really project out our own loving awareness. Because there will always be times that come that are difficult. There will always be confrontations. There will always be things we may not agree with, people we may not agree with, views we may not agree with. But if we can approach all of these situations with these 4 steps, beginning with that mindfulness, it really alters the vibration around you. And this is your world. You're creating the vibration as you step forth, as you speak, as you think, and so you act. Your behaviors come from how you feel within. And what you speak also comes from how you feel within. If we can recognize that we have to take full responsibility for our own thoughts, our own behaviors, our own words, all of the things that we do are a projection of self. As I was saying, this is your world. And the people around you, the things around you are just players in your world. Just like this is my world. So I have to be able to sit within myself and take responsibility for my thoughts, my actions, my words. There is no such thing as blame in this new octave that we are existing in. People are awakening all over the world. And it's such a beautiful thing to see how each one of us wants to learn and grow in these ways. So again, the 4 steps were mindfulness, self-compassion, cultivating loving kindness, and integration. Now, integration is a big thing in general within our energy systems. Especially us as feeling, empathetic, spiritual beings, we feel a lot of things. We feel the people around us. We feel our friends, our family, our loved ones. We feel even the strangers on the streets. And if we can learn to separate those things and integrate that energy, that creates that loving awareness of self to know what you're speaking, what you're putting out into the world, how you're reacting. What comes out of our mouths is such a beautiful expression, and it shudders and changes worlds. Can you imagine if we all spoke with love to one another? If we all cultivated that energy together? It would be a beautiful, amazing shift in the planet. And it's already happening right before your eyes. So it's your choice. Everything is choosing. It's your choice whether or not you want to be happy and grateful now. That's the way to go. You know, like the Mandalorian, this is the way. Cultivating loving kindness is the way. It changes the situations, the people, the energy, all of the different pieces. And it awakens our spirit to know that you are deserving of joy in every moment. You are deserving to feel good now. Which brings us back to The Strangest Secret, Earl Nightingale. Check him out on YouTube. We bring about what we think about. So just remember that it's a practice. And it's a practice. Practice makes perfect. It requires really a lot of patience and commitment and self-compassion. It may take time to develop, but the consistency really is it. Consistency in all areas of your life. Hey, Nano, all areas 2023. Let's go. With that increased effort and commitment, you can do anything. I don't know if you can hear Layla, but I sure can. She's whining out there. So we are going to do a meditation on loving awareness. Let me take a sip of water. I'll put on a little bit of music. If you want to start to get into a comfortable position, we're going to start our meditation. We're going to begin with 3 deep breaths. The 3 deep breaths are beginning and they will center our being In through the nose and hold. Slowly out through the mouth. 3 times. Begin by finding a comfortable space where you won't be disturbed for the next 10 minutes. You can choose to sit down up straight so your channel is straight, or lie down flat. Whatever position feels most relaxing to you. And take a few deep breaths. And allow your body and mind to relax. When you're ready, we'll begin. Close your eyes and bring your attention back to your breath. Notice the sensation of each inhale and exhale without trying to change or control your breath. Simply observe the natural rhythm of your breathing, allowing yourself to fully immerse in the present moment. Bring your awareness to your heart center, which is in the area in the middle of your chest. Visualize a warm, loving light glowing in your heart, radiating with unconditional love and compassion. Feel the sensation of love and warmth expanding in your heart with each breath. Extend this loving awareness toward yourself. Offer kind and loving thoughts, such as, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be safe, may I be at ease. Embrace yourself with unconditional love and acceptance, just as you are in this moment, without judgment or criticism. Expand this loving awareness towards others. Bring to mind someone you care about deeply. It could be a friend, a family member, or even a pet. Visualize their face and hold them in your heart with love and compassion. Send them your heartfelt wishes for well-being and happiness, saying silently to yourself, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, may you be at ease. Gradually extend this loving awareness to others in your life, acquaintances, strangers, and even those you may have difficulties with. Offer them your genuine love and compassion, regardless of any differences or conflicts. See them as fellow human beings who, like you, seek happiness and well-being. Extend your loving awareness to include all living beings, humans, animals, the trees, Visualize your love and compassion radiating out like a boundless light, enveloping the entire world with unconditional love and compassion. Take a moment to reflect on how it feels to cultivate loving awareness in your heart. Notice the warmth, the expansiveness, and the sense of connection that comes from practicing unconditional love and compassion. Allow yourself to be fully immersed in this experience of sublime, loving awareness. As we come to a close, a few more deep breaths, feeling the love and compassion that fills your heart. Embrace this feeling and let it settle in your body and your mind. When you're ready, you can bring your awareness back to your breaths. Take a few more deep breaths, feeling that love and compassion emanate from your heart. Wiggle your fingers and toes, move your shoulders, and return to the present moment. When you're ready, open your eyes, carrying this practice of loving awareness with you, and take a moment to reflect after this meditation. And remember that you have the power to cultivate this loving awareness in your heart and extend it to others every day in your life. You can revisit this practice anytime you like. Anytime you want to enhance your capacity for unconditional love, compassion, and connection with yourself and others. Thank you guys. Thank you all for meditating with me today. We are going to end with a prayer, my favorite prayer. I love you, Kayla. My favorite prayer is from the Rig Veda. The Rig Veda is an ancient text. It's a book of Sanskrit hymns. It's from mid to first millennia BCE. So that's before the Common Era. And that would be Ante Anno Domini. And it is called United in Heart. If you want to rub your hands together with me, activating your hand chakras. It's one of the most powerful energy centers in your body. Place them over heart center. You can bow your head if you'd like. May we be united in heart. May we be united in speech. May we be united in mind. May we be united. May we perform our duties as did the wise of old. May we be united in our prayer. May we be united in our goal. May we be united in our resolve. May we be united in our understanding. May we be united in our offering. May we be united in our feelings. May we be united in our hearts. May we be united in our thoughts. May there be perfect unity amongst us. And so it is, and so it shall be. You can send all that loving energy out to each other. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight on Tranquil Thursday. I hope to see you next week. And remember, warrior spirit loves you.